Welcome back. Episode 13 of Backyard Brawl. Last week's episode did amazing. Shout out to Alex Cole again for coming on. It was awesome to have him. Special to be the first guest. And we're thankful for him that he, gave us the opportunity to talk to him. So shout out to Alex. Yeah. I don't know if you guys caught it this morning. First topic of the day. USA wins gold over Canada. Both the men's and women's team win gold over Canada. The women's team winning a couple days ago, also in overtime on a sick, nasty, like
Toe
little
drag.
deep, yeah, like little deke move, and then slid it. It almost kind of looked like the move that Boldy scored on like early in the game today.
Hmm.
Uh, but just both nasty goals. Shout out to the women's team for getting it done. They were like dominant. I mean, I know they went to overtime in the gold medal game, but I mean, they like the goal differential before that was like 30-1. It was crazy.
Who won the gold medal race this year? Was it Finland?
It was Norway. I think
No,
Norway won. I think the
gotcha.
US was second, which I feel like is good. I feel like they usually do like a little worse than that. But
Hmm.
I haven't literally the last memory that I have of the Winter Olympics was actually the 2010 gold medal game where Sidney Crosby had the game winner. That was
I
like the
don't remember.
last.
My
I
last
just
memory is
remember where I was
probably
watching. I
I
remember I
remember
was
the
watching
I
it on
remember the
American.
TJ Oshie goal. That's it.
I don't remember.
That's
I mean,
that's
I
that was
remember hearing.
2014.
I remember hearing, but like, I mean, it's been a little while since the U.S. had gotten to this kind of point. I don't think they won a silver or gold in 2014. Also,
Uh
I think the Oshie thing might have been before that.
no, the
I feel like
Oshie goal
2010
was
was the last time.
2014.
I feel like
Mm-mm.
2010 was the last time they were like any
No,
good.
because the TJ Oshie goal wasn't for a gold medal game. That was the quarterfinals or like the semifinals, I think, against Russia.
Yeah, it was 2014.
Yeah,
I guess
that
beating
was
Russia. I
Sochi. That
mean,
was in Sochi too,
I guess
I'm pretty
beating
sure.
Russia is a big deal, but didn't come home with a medal. But today they are victorious. They won
They
gold.
got it done. They got it
Did you
done.
catch the whole game or no?
I woke up like right as the second period was starting, so I caught the second and third period. I watched the first period goal on
Yeah,
Twitter,
sick
but
goal.
yeah, it was a crazy goal. And then the whole game was just a nail biter all the way
Yeah,
through.
I mean,
I don't know anyone who's ever comfortable in overtime. The shot differential was like 20 to 40. I mean, so many different goals should have gone in Canada's favor. Game should have
Hellebuck
been
was
like
amazing.
the game should have been 4-1 realistically. But like you said, yeah, Hallebuck was unreal,
Uh,
absolutely unreal.
and he needed to be because I mean when you just read the rosters, man, and you look at the teams, like the US has got some players like the Kachucks they're good players as much as they are, they're
Jack and
annoying.
and
Yeah.
Quinn, yeah,
Yeah, like the Hughes brothers, Austin Matthews obviously is very good. But man, Team Canada is like
they're
it almost seems
unreal.
like another level. I
And
mean,
you
the
made a
fact
good
that
point earlier. You said whenever McDavid has the puck on his stick, it's terrifying.
it's terrifying.
You
It's
don't know what he's gonna.
terrifying.
You don't know what he's gonna do.
Dude, because like he's the like you see it sometimes with some other guys, but usually they like, you know, they'll attack the zone like one
Uh-huh.
on three, but maybe they'll like deke and then they shoot like a wrist shot. Like he literally will go full speed and try and go through all three players, and like he gets kind of close. So then
Yeah,
when he does it the next
yeah,
time, you're like, shit, this guy might
yeah,
score.
yeah,
But like I said it, I was like, to start overtime, they had McDavid, McKinnon, and McCarr. Like that's terrifying.
yeah,
Like I think the U.S. put out I think it was Matthews, Boldy, and Quinn Hughes, which like
yeah.
it's a good it's a good threesome. But like, dude,
Against that, no.
yeah.
Against a three-headed monster,
And,
no way.
and I also like when the U.S. did get that goal, they almost just gave away a 2-0. Like
Yeah,
they gave it away, and somebody just kind of poke checked it forward, and they caught up to it, and then Jack Hughes with a great shot. You see his teeth got all
yeah, all
messed up.
fucking
That's
banged up.
crazy.
I think that was
Hockey
from the high
players
stick.
they're
Yeah,
different. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
But I
but
mean,
yeah,
other than that, unbelievable,
mhm.
unbelievable story. The very end was great. I forget who grabbed Johnny Gaudreau's kids, but that was
I
a
think
beautiful moment.
it might have been one of the Kachuk. Yeah, yeah, that
Maybe
was
it was
great.
maybe it was Matthew or Brady Kachuk,
Hmm.
but Beautiful moment there. They showed his parents on the screen. And then something I gained from this, by the way, I texted in our group chat. Mike Tirico is the best announcer in sports.
Yeah,
He's
he's
the most
good. He is good.
versatile. He's the most versatile. He's the most well-spoken on the microphone. I think from a commentary standpoint, like play-by-play announcing, Kenny Albert's my favorite, as I've mentioned previously. I think in hockey, he's great. When he does Rangers games, he's pretty good. But Mike Tirico, I mean, the monologue he gave at the very end of the Olympic gold ceremony, where he was going
I
all
didn't
the way back
watch.
to like the 80s, and he's talking about the 1980 team that beat the USSR, and then he's talking about coming up short in 2010, and then he's talking about the TJ Oshie thing. Amazing, just
Yeah,
unbelievable. And NBC,
yeah,
I think, did a really good job
yeah. I
of
mean, listen, I don't
picking who
watch
they
the
wanted.
I don't really watch the Olympic coverage just because I don't know about you. I don't I could care less for any of the other stuff.
Well, it's
Uh
just it's on and it's on in my house is like me and my room. We just throw it on as background noise, and then
yeah,
sometimes like you'll just like today I was watching 50K
yeah, I was watching that too.
skiing,
I'm like, what is
ski
this?
running. I
No,
don't
no, no,
even I've never heard of it.
it wasn't even skiing. It was like they were like just walking with skis on. Like or like
Yeah,
jogging with skis
but it
on.
looks
I'm like,
hard. Like that has to be so physically taxing. But then you think you're like, who the fuck is coming up with this?
yeah. I mean,
Who in their
I
right
used
mind
to
would
as a
want to do
kid.
this?
I remember as a kid. I mean, have you seen Cool Runnings?
Yeah, I've seen
Like
parts of it. I haven't seen the
great
full movie.
movie,
Yeah,
great movie. So like, I've watched bobsled before in the Olympics because I'm like, oh, Cool Runnings.
it's a true
Um,
story too.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, I've seen bobsledding. I know some of the snowboarders and like stuff like that. Um, what was the Lindsey Vonn? That was kind of unfortunate that
Yeah,
all
that
that
was fucking
happened.
crazy. Yeah.
Uh, Credit to her for, trying to tough it out and
There was
attempting to
no
go.
point in her coming back though.
I
Like she
mean,
was already
it was
solidified
definitely
as a goat.
yeah, it was a major risk, but I mean, listen, credit I wouldn't I probably would have packed it in. So, credit to her.
No.
Uh but yeah, I was thinking and I wanted to bring up this question. In terms of like all the world competition sports that we come up with. So like uh you have the Olympics and the World Cup for basketball. You have the World Cup and like the Euros and the Copa America for soccer. You have a bunch of
Mhm.
different tournaments in soccer. You have obviously the Olympics and then the Four Nations for hockey. You have the World Baseball Classic for baseball, and then the Olympics. It's coming to the Olympics in 28. Uh, I don't think there's a better like country to country in their sport rivalry than Canada US in hockey. Like I was just thinking about it in terms of like what else it could be. Like I know this is going to sound like kind of niche, but I know that Jamaica and the US in track and field has always been like
Yeah.
competitive. It's always been those
But
two.
no one cares like from a fan
Not as much, but
perspective.
I do
Yeah.
like I think track and field is like it's almost like a shot of energy. It's like 15 it's like 10 seconds, but it's
Yeah.
awesome for those 10 seconds. Um and like a lot of people don't like Noah Lyles. I think the trash talk is I'm cool with the trash talk. He brings a lot of publicity and stuff to he talks a lot of shit, so people want to beat him. So credit
I
to
don't
him.
pay attention, so I don't really know. But
But like just thinking like like I'm not saying speaking the same language is a must, but like they speak the same language, so the trash talk is probably elite. Like it's not a
yeah.
communication thing.
Yeah.
Um, I think in when it comes to baseball and the world baseball, like they all are in the ML, like they're all MLB players. But again, like, out of all the sports, the MLB is probably the one with the most communication kind of issues. And there's not really baseball beefs anyway. Like
Uh,
there's
I mean,
long-standing rivalries, but like,
well,
like
it's going to be hard for there to, like you said, it's going to be hard for there to be a rivalry between a true rivalry where players hate each other when it's, you know, Yoshida Takayama versus Mike Trout. Like it's just
yeah,
it doesn't work. It's not going to
like
work.
was Trout facing Otani for the game, Japan US, a super cool moment? Of
It was
course, that was
sick. It was
awesome.
beautiful.
It
Yeah, it
was
was
awesome,
great.
but it wasn't like it didn't feel like if Canada wins, I'm gonna be disgusted. Or no, it other way around.
Of
It wasn't
Japan.
like if Japan wins, I'm gonna be disgusted.
I mean, you
If
want
Canada had
Team
won,
USA to
if
win.
oh, of course I want Team USA to win.
Yeah,
But like if Canada would have won, it would have been like these fucking guys
yeah,
again, man.
yeah. And also, I mean, who knows how the game would have went out if would have played out if Sidney Crosby would have played. I thought he was going to play. I don't know what he
I
tore. They said it's an upper
well,
body injury or something
he
like
was
that.
like it was weird though because when he came out for the medal, he was like in pads. He was
Well,
in
I think
pads
he
in a
wanted to
jersey.
play. He wanted to play. I think he wanted to play and he wanted to dress. There was a bunch of people coming out saying it's going to take him a lot. It's going to take a lot for him not to play. So I guess the Penguins had something to say about it because the Penguins are in a really good spot in the NHL right now, and they don't want, they're one of their best players
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
sidelined for a long period of time. But it goes to show you, like you said, how deep that roster is. I mean, props to Travis Sanheim.
for
Um,
making it.
and yeah, I had no idea how good he was. I thought a guy like Konechny would make it, but my roommate was explaining to me, he's like, dude, like Konechny wouldn't even be on the fourth line. Like that's how good this
I
fucking
think
team is.
Zegras had. I think out of anybody else on the Flyers, I know Ristolainen played for whatever
Finland,
country, and
yeah. Hmm.
Vladar was
I think he
goalie
played
for
for Slovakia or something like
yeah
that.
whatever country.
Yeah,
But I think Zegras would have been like the next closest. I mean, Michkov would have played for Russia had Russia not,
yeah. Well,
Russia's
that's
basically
another thing.
Russia's a piece of shit country and gets banned for everything they do,
Yeah.
doping, invading sovereign nations.
Well, I don't think that should be. I don't think they should be banned from the Olympics.
No, it's the doping thing. They're banned for the doping.
Yeah,
That was a big deal.
yeah.
I think they're banned
But
from both. Well, in the
no,
summer
they're
games,
banned. No, they're banned. They're banned because of the Ukraine thing.
no, they're also banned for the doping. And in the Winter Olympics, I think they're banned for the doping. In the
Well, didn't
Summer
that happen a
Olympics,
while ago?
in the Summer Olympics, there's like a country, there's like somebody that competes in the Summer Olympics that's like Republic of something. It's like a random uh um random like nation. I feel like they are in the Summer Olympics to some capacity,
I
but
forget.
not in the Winter Olympics. I'm gonna look it up
No,
real
I'm
quick.
reading it now. It's got nothing to do with the doping thing. It says uh, Russia is currently banned from competing as a nation in the 2026 Winter Olympics and was previously barred from the 2024 Summer Games due to violating the Olympic Charter following the 2022 invasion of Ukraine.
Oh, they were banned from 2015 to 2022. They could only compete as the OAR, Olympic athletes from Russia, the Russia Olympic Committee. They couldn't. Russia was sanctioned a massive state-sponsored doping program. Um,
That was 2015.
so those athletes had to compete as individuals. They couldn't compete as a part of
Mm.
like a
Yeah,
so. But that has expired as of 2022. So
gotcha.
the one before. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't think there's like a rivalry in any other sport. I mean, maybe something in soccer
Uh,
in those
like
countries,
Honduras and El Salvador, maybe.
like
You know.
in those countries, it's a big deal. But I think like the hockey world knows USA Canada
Yeah.
is the matchup. So
Yeah.
obviously football is not. We'll see. Flag
No,
football could get wicked in the Olympics. Daryl Douche or whatever
I
that
don't
guy's
even know
name
who the
is.
fuck that is. I just think I mean,
It's just
the
that.
only, as far as the Winter or the Summer Olympics go, I only care about basketball and swimming. I don't even really care for the track and field.
I don't care.
Um,
I don't give a shit for something.
I
I
do. I
think
think it's
uh
sick.
I think I care for I like track and field. Women's soccer is good. All the women's soccer teams will send all their players, all the countries will send their players. Uh Men's soccer is like, I'll still watch.
Mhm.
Um what else goes on in the summer games?
It's in LA
Basketball,
this year.
obviously. There'll be baseball, so I'll tap into
Yeah,
that. Um I
it's
think
in LA, right?
I think they're adding lacrosse back. I won't be watching that, but they're adding it. Um,
Rugby,
yeah, rugby's cool. Rugby's
hmm
cool.
ping
Uh,
pong.
yeah. I mean, these are just stuff like the Summer Olympics have more stuff that if it's on, I'm like, oh, I'll watch it. Some of these like skiing where it's like, oh, you're getting a time and they're just kind of going like in and out.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's a little bit boring.
yeah.
I guess there'll be I think there's golf. I mean,
That'll be fun.
we like to watch golf
Yeah, that'll be fun.
in the summertime. So. but yeah, I mean, just awesome that the U.S. got it done today. Just awesome,
It was
and
great.
it's a
It
it's
was
a
great. Good way
good
to start
over
the morning,
yeah, good
aside from being
Olympics
hungover.
overall. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why the game had to be so early, but
Well, it was well.
it was like the
First
last
of all, you
event, right?
you want to cater it to to the people in Milan, and I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure it was the last event.
Yeah, but the game would have only
So,
been like 12 there, probably.
if you did it at 12 o'clock here,
No, it was 8. It
um,
was 8 o'clock here.
I know, but I'm saying they probably had to do it
It
at a
was still
certain
probably
point.
pretty early there. It was like a
Yeah,
day. It was
I
probably
think
a
it was
day
like
game. It was probably a day
it was
game
probably
there.
like 12 o'clock. I looked it up. If the game was on here at 6 o'clock, or
All of our
I
games were like
forget.
3 o'clock. Like
If
most
it
of our
was on
games were
here,
like
if it was on here
mid-afternoon.
at like 6 o'clock, it would have been 6 p.m. there, or it would have been 12 p.m. there, or something like that, or maybe the other
Yeah.
way around. But
Uh, yeah, just a nice way to start the morning. Hopefully, as we move and pivot into our next topic, no pun intended, pivot. Um, hopefully the Sixers don't piss me off tonight because they've been doing a lot of it recently. A lot
that
of
was a
pissing me
bad
off.
loss yesterday.
It's been a while since we've kind of mentioned the Sixers on the pod. We took a week off before we had Alex on. Then obviously we had Alex on, and we talked more about the Phillies, just Alex's story overall. So we haven't talked about the Sixers since pre-deadline. So just a deadline recap: if you've been living under a rock, traded Jared McCain, traded Eric Gordon for whatever it's worth. They signed Campaign. They signed Jabari Walker. They two-wayed Tyrese Martin, who was active last night, did not play. Um,
All
but
deducted tax.
there's a there's a lot to talk about. They've lost now four straight, dating back to the Portland game. They've lost to Portland, the Knicks, the Hawks, and the Pelicans, and they haven't really been close in any of those games. So
No,
it's
but
getting a
no
little bit
Joel.
concerning. No Joel.
No,
Hopefully he should be back tonight. That's my expectation. He's on the road trip with them, so it'll either be tonight or the next game. But my guess would be it's tonight. I'm actually checking right now to see if there's any sort of update on that. Joel Embiid is out tonight. That's good.
now the shin injury happened. What did that happen during the Suns game, or was it?
I don't know if it's like I don't know if the injury to his shin is just related to his knee. Like it's shin soreness, so it could be
Mhm.
like, they're focusing so much on the knee that pain is starting to radiate, which would not be a good thing. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. It seems like he's out again tonight. So this is going to be a tough one. Minnesota is a good
They're a good
team,
team.
as we
Yeah.
know. Rudy Gobert is out, but I mean they're they're good. And the Sixers' issue right now is they just don't have shot makers. It's tough on Maxey when Embiid doesn't play. And they don't have guys
I
who
think
make shots.
Edge comes to the wall. I mean,
Uh,
he's played 19 games straight, like 35 minutes a night.
I don't know if I would say he has hit a wall. He definitely has moments. Um, his 3-point percentage has come down, but he's still shooting better than I would have expected for him in his rookie year. Um, I think as a playmaker, the reason they brought Campaign in is that I just don't think they want him to be a ball handler as much as he is right now. And Mark Jackson said something that I think was pretty telling the other day is VJ cannot become a 3 and D guy. His role can't slide into, okay, you're going to become a 3 and D guy for this team right now. They
Hmm.
need him to be doing other things because that's what the future is going to look like. And this would be so much different had Paul George not gotten himself suspended. I mean, they need him when Joel's not playing. They need another guy. They need the scoring punch. They miss his defense. It hurts overall that Joel's missed this time right now, and that they could slide. They could slide. I don't think they'll fall past the 7 seed, but
No,
I
I
don't think they'll
mean,
fall past the seven
what
or the 8 seed.
Miami's what, 2.5 games back, 3 games back? Or no,
Maybe something like that.
they're 1 game back.
Yeah, they Sixers got to get it together, and starting tonight
They're
would be
just we're
nice.
just horrible defensively.
They're not
We're
that
a
bad defensively.
I
That's
don't
not where
think
their
we're
issue
very
lies.
good. I don't
They're right
I
in the. I mean, they're not great. They're right in the middle of the pack though. They're 15th in the league.
The rebounding's a problem.
That's
They
definitely an
can't
issue.
rebound. They cannot rebound on both ends of the floor. You don't have a
And
backup center, which again goes back to the deadline. Bonus fucking blows.
yeah, he's brutal. He had a
So
brutal, brutal, brutal foul last night. That
I don't
kind of
know.
swung the game.
Well, that's what his nickname is, Foul.
Yeah, foul. Uh, it was just it's just like it's almost a little bit disheartening when you look at it and it's like, listen, I've been talking to people. The overreaction from the city about the McCain trade is ridiculous. Like people need to relax. I mean,
That's what the
I
city does, though.
I wouldn't have listen. What made it
Now,
10
I'm not
times
happy
worse?
about it. I'm not happy about it.
What made it 10 times worse is you don't come out as an NBA president, whatever Maury's title is. Um, and you don't say, I'm positive we sold high. Because, first of all, you're knocking a kid that did nothing wrong to this organization. Like, you're saying that he's not going to get any better. That's what you're saying when you say
Oh,
that.
he's gonna be much better.
So you're knocking a kid. I don't know that he's going to get
I think
much
he is. I
better.
think the fact that he went to Oklahoma and Oklahoma is so good at boosting young talent and finding young talent, that's what worries me.
Well, he's playing
He's
right.
a
It
good
doesn't
ball
worry
player.
me. We're going to play him twice a year. It doesn't
No,
worry
but
me.
you know,
But like, yeah, like
kid was what, second in rookie of the year voting until he got hurt, or third in rookie of the year voting until he got hurt
people are
last
like
year.
people are like he
I'm
would have
not one
won
of these
Rookie of the
fans
Year.
who are pissed about it. I'm mad.
I,
I'm mad because they didn't do anything with the picks that they got for him.
I'm to the point of like, stop overreacting to what Jared McCain did as a rookie. He was playing with bums. When he was doing what he was doing and scoring, they sucked. They were awful. Like they were awful, and he had a couple good games, and they're like, let's just give the kid the ball and see what happens. And he made some plays, and I get it. He's going against NBA guys on the other side. But like your role when this team is healthy was never going to be, oh, go get a bucket all the time. That wasn't your role. So when he was on the floor with Joel and PG and Tyrese and all these other guys, he didn't look good here. He didn't. He
No,
started playing well his last like 3 games, but somewhere mixed in there in that 3 game stretch where he played well, he had another game where he played shitty and he was unplayable and they didn't play him. He played like 6 minutes. So
yeah,
did they maybe sell high on him because they have their backcourt for the future? Can you start Edgecombe, Maxey, and McCain? Can they be on the floor
no,
that much at the same time? Who's
no.
the odd man out? McCain.
It's McCain,
So
and
so
essentially, people are mad because now we're without. When you see we're without Maxey on the floor, or you see when Edge comes out playing, or you see when Grimes is not playing, that's when people really fucking freak out, and they're like, "Well, we don't have a fourth guy now. We don't
well
have a
well
fourth
they
guy now." But no team has a fourth guy, really. Like no team has a
it's not
fourth
even
guy
about
who can handle the
McCain.
ball.
They wanted McCain to be like I don't know what people expected from McCain. Like I liked him too. Like he was like
I think people
he
just
was fun to
miss
watch.
his personality. I think that's
Yeah,
what
like
it is.
he
And
was fun to
that's what it
watch,
was with
but
that's what it was with the Castellanos thing too. People just missed
uh,
his
we'll
personality.
get into that. We'll get into that in a bit. But I mean, it's just it's very like, listen, the Sixers were going to tank his value by bringing him off the bench. They got a first round pick for a guy that in this system was going to come off the bench. He's not going to start in OKC. He might be starting now because SGA is out, but he's not going to start in OKC. They got a first round pick in 3 seconds. They'll make a move in the summer. I think the Sixers think that they have a 2 to 3 year window, including this year. So I think they think they have next year, and they think that they have the year after, and that's why they made this move. But they got to get it together, man. Quentin Grimes has got to be better.
Yeah.
He played a good first quarter the other night, and then was absolutely abysmal the rest of the game or last night against New Orleans. But they just went through a stretch, and I mean, Oubre hit a three late in the game, but at one point they were shooting 1 for 20 in the second half from three. That can't happen. They shoot such a low percentage from three, and they get them up. Like they got to make
I don't know.
shots.
I think with the Grimes thing too, you could connect it to the McCain thing where he's the only guy on the floor. I also believe that was the reason he didn't get the contract he wanted.
Well, they're gonna
I
try and
thought,
pay it. They're gonna try and pay him in the summer.
why? Why?
I'm just
Why
telling you,
bring
that's
him
what's
back?
gonna
I don't
happen.
think they should.
I don't love the idea of it, but
I don't want him back.
they're handcuffed into it now. They're kind
I
of
don't think
handcuffed
so
into it.
necessarily. I think another team can go and pick him up in the offseason.
Well, they freed up the money to sign him. I'm saying they're gonna try. They're gonna try and sign him.
I
They're
feel
gonna
like they, I don't know.
they're going to try and sign him. That's a guarantee.
Because
They're
the,
not
the
going to just
question
let him
is he
walk.
really worth $58 million
You think he's getting $58 million a
or
year?
whatever it was? Not a year, not a year,
$58 million over how many? Three?
3, 4 years.
I mean, if it's 4 years, that's a pretty good deal. 4 years, $58 million. That's
But
a
is he
shade
that
under.
good?
It's a shade under 20.
I don't know. I don't see the point in bringing him back.
Yeah, we'll see what this.
You have a mid first round pick. What? I don't even know what pick it
Well, I mean,
is.
it still has got the protection on it from OKC. I don't know
And
where I think it falls.
Maury's pretty good at those
They're gonna make a trade.
middle
They're
of the
gonna make a
first round
trade.
picks.
They could sign and trade Quentin Grimes and give up the picks they have to add somebody a little more experienced. I could definitely see them doing that in the off season because now they
Uh,
have a bunch of seconds and these firsts. So I could
my
totally see them making a move like that.
my feeling on the season still is the same though. I mean, whatever happens in the playoffs happens. You know,
Yeah,
like I'm
I
not
mean,
going to be pissed. I'm not going to be pissed off if they lose in the first round, and I'll be extremely happy if they make it past the second round. So I'm going into it with a neutral feeling. I'm not going to get in over my head about this team because they're not that good. They're not.
they're
And
good with Joel.
they're good with Joel, but they're not that good. They still play in close games.
Yeah, they're good with Joel though, man. I
They
think
are.
I
Listen,
really
I
do
don't
believe
think
they
they're
are.
that good. I
I
don't
mean,
think they're that good.
Watching the West Coast road trip and the way that Joel was playing, I was encouraged. And then he goes out and it's back to kind of that square one thing. But
But again,
uh,
like if you have to play a team like the Knicks or the Celtics, or God forbid the Pistons, if you fall to the 8th seed, whatever that may be, I'm not going to be. I'm not too comfortable with Embiid on the floor, too.
you don't want him playing.
No, 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 no. You know what I mean? I'm not too comfortable in the fact that we're going to win even with Embiid on the floor if we have to play the Knicks, Celtics, or the
Oh,
Pistons,
I
or even
mean,
the Cavs.
I mean,
Like I said, I don't really, I'm not going to care if
I
I'll be
just
upset if we lose, but it's
I
not going to
think that they
affect
are a
how
good basketball team when Joel Embiid is on the court. It's just that we don't see it enough, and they basically fucking lose every time he doesn't play. So it's hard to get a gauge on like where they're going to end up. You can't start talking about the playoffs when basically it's like, okay, Joel's gonna play 3 out of 5 games and you're gonna finish 3-2 or two
I
and
think
three.
they'll
If
make
they
that
lose
final.
one,
I think they'll make a final. They'll have like a final win streak and they'll end up the 5 seed,
that
hopefully,
would be nice. But
if Cleveland slows down
that would be not.
or
Cleveland's
Toronto,
playing
whoever
well.
that may be, or it's
Uh,
Toronto, Toronto.
yeah, I know the Thunder and the Cavs are playing right now, but I mean I'm just focused on the Sixers. They got to win tonight. Thunder beat the Cavs 121-113. Isaiah Joe at 22 points, but I'm not here to talk about somebody that walked away from the team 4 years ago.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, man, the Sixers got to win. They got to get it back on track. Maxey and Edgecombe had nice All-Star weekends. That was pretty cool to see. It was cool to see VJ definitely get the MVP. Maxey didn't play great in the
Can we
All-Star
talk
game,
about
but
that though? The All-Star
whatever it is.
break. Can we talk
I
about the
didn't hate
All-Star
it.
break as a whole?
I didn't hate it.
I don't
Well,
like it. I think
okay.
they should do away with it. I don't think
Hey,
there should be.
the
I think they
Saturday
should do
night
away
has
with
gone.
some facets of the All-Star weekend. I think the dunk contest needs to go.
Yeah.
There's no point. I said it on my show, by the way, Thursdays 3 to 5 p.m. on 91.7 WCWR. But
If you can even get there this week after we get
it,
57 inches of snow.
yeah. Well, it's coming down now, but it's not sticking. It's not warm
Yeah,
enough and it's raining at the same time.
it's sticking here a little bit.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, to me, the dunk contest and to everybody else, the dunk contest, all it is now is whoever can get their dunk on the first try. Because now you're
Well,
just repeating dunks
and
that we've
it's not.
seen time and time again. So
I
whoever
don't.
gets the first try is going to get a 50.
I don't think that it's like. Honestly, like I don't think it's who they select. Like I think people have just kind of run out of idea. Like the reason Mac McClung was fun is like he had these like kind of new innovative-ish dunks. But like
Mhm.
how long are you going to continue this bit where like, all right, dude, come up from the G League for a game
Yeah,
and then
no
you can
one,
be in the
it's
dunk
not the
contest.
NBA
Like,
dunk contest if you're having
yeah.
dudes who are not in the NBA participate.
Yeah,
And then
so
people want to freak out and are like, "Oh, well, BJ Edgecombe turned it down and Anthony Edwards doesn't want to do it and LeBron ruined it. He ruined it because he didn't want to do No, no, it's got nothing to do with that.
you got to
What
understand
crazy dunk is LeBron doing?
that
Genuinely.
that's the thing. What you got to understand
Genuinely.
is the best dunkers in game, right? Because in game, you're not gonna get on a fast break and be like, oh, let me pull out a between the legs 360
No.
windmill. It's like the best dunkers in game. Like we see VJ go for these crazy posters. He was on the Club 520 podcast. He said like, I'm not a good highlight. Like I'm not good at those kind of dunks. He's like, I
No.
can jump high, but I'm not like creative in the air. Like,
Quentin Grimes has had a few of those this year.
yeah,
I
he's had a
mean,
couple posters, but
yeah,
Quentin Grimes, like LeBron, Anthony Edwards, like I don't think they would be super creative guys. You just want to see them in there because it'll be like,
it's
oh,
LeBron. Yeah.
yeah, like oh, like I think the 3-point contest is good. I think they get like listen, they get the best shooters in the league to do it. So it is, I thought Knipple was gonna win, to be honest. I thought Knipple was gonna win, but it was cool to see Dame win. That like Dame got out
But
there even though he's hurt.
but again, why is a guy who hasn't played a game all season participating in the 3-point contest? When I saw that headline that Damian
But
Lillard wins the
do
3-point
you
contest,
care that much? Do you care that much though that he's like do you
well,
think he should have a like it's there's no games requirement for an event like
no,
that?
but I
I mean, we
think
have
I think
they
you
have the
should play
shooting
games.
they have the shooting stars challenge. They brought out Allen Houston and like they had NBA legend Drewski was doing it. Like they're pulling at straws. I think they need to do I think they need to I'll say it, and you said it wouldn't encourage you, and then I'll make a counterpoint to it as to why it won't happen. The only way that people are going to really tap in to like a All-Star Saturday night or whatever they did, and I think the NBA from a marketing standpoint did a better job of like, okay, we're going to move the event up from like starting it at 8 o'clock to started at like 5.
No, it
I
was
th
earlier than that, I think. What it was like the
it
whole
was
thing
done.
started at 3 o'clock. I mean,
It was
Ludacris
done
was
like
rapping
yeah,
at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah. It was whatever time they did. They moved it up. They need to put they either need to put a one-on-one contest in or they need to do a two-on-two contest with pairs from the teams. And I'll tell you why. It's on a much smaller scale, but the unrivaled league that the WNBA does did a one-on-one contest. Massively successful for the numbers that they pull in. It was competitive. They were going at it. The girl like they would get called for fouls, they'd be arguing. Like people get into it. But the counter argument is, and this is a problem, I guess, that athletes have or whatever. Jeff Teague said it. He said, guys won't do it because they have the biggest ego. NBA players have huge egos. And it's
Yeah,
like, if me and you were playing, right? And you're an
I'd
NBA
cook
player,
you.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 What's this? You're growing. You're growing. You're growing right here. Schnauzer on you.
Yeah, tell them why you're wearing the glasses. What are those for?
I actually got these today off the TikTok shop.
What are they
I'm not
for?
gonna
What?
hide it.
They're
They're
not
for
prescription.
they're
Don't
for
be
blue
fucking
light.
fooled.
They're
Yeah,
for
get the
blue
fuck
light.
out of here. You wear them while you're
They're
jerking off?
okay. This guy has to make it fucking non-PG. We're a PG show. Every time I click for is this for kids to say no because this guy right here. Um, Jeff Teague said like if somebody makes a move and somebody falls in a one-on-one contest, that player's ego is damaged forever. Like that clip is just going to get played over and over and over and over again, which is why guys won't do it. Guys don't have the competition level like in
Oh.
the NBA now. Like I think if you did this in the 90s, like in the 90s you ran a one-on-one contest, I think everybody would want to do it. But I think now I think there'd be guys like you can get LeBron to do a one-on-one contest, which you should be able
I
to.
don't think he would. I don't think he would.
But but like
I think guys are also liable for injury. I don't think guys want to get hurt. They know in the All-Star
but
game
they
they're not
like
going to get
they
hurt. They're
played
not going to get
semi hard. Wemby was fucking going hard in the
Wemby,
All-Star game.
Wemby, as
Ant
far as I was
Ant
concerned, and
Ant was
Anthony
playing
Edwards
hard.
were the only people who wanted to try. And and Anthony Edwards gave Wembanyama his credit at the end of the game. He's like,
Matter
listen,
of fact,
we
it was bad. It was bad for the All-Star game that the other. I think that the USA team that won, the young team, they were trying. They wanted to win. I think it was bad for the event that the older USA team won because I think if you had gotten world team versus the USA team that won. What were that? I think they were stars. I think stars team
Yeah, but
won.
even your
I,
two biggest guys on the world team didn't want to play. Luka and fucking Jokic didn't want to play. They sat
yeah,
practically the entire
yeah,
afternoon.
but I'm still saying like the group that was playing for the world team, Wemby, uh, Şengün doesn't move well, but I mean he was playing it to his ability. Denny was playing hard.
Mhm.
Um, who else? Norman Powell. I mean, he was his probably only All-Star opportunity. He was going hard. Like it wasn't the best team that would have been on the floor for the world. But I'll tell you this: the team that was like LeBron, KD, LeBron couldn't give less of a shit, and he's
Yeah, he
ruined the all.
doesn't care.
He is the
Yeah,
single guy
yeah,
that has ruined the All-Star game.
yeah,
Because if you go back and look at all the ones he's played in, they've all been shitty. They've all been
yeah.
shitty. Like
The
the ones before
2016 one
him,
wasn't great.
the ones
Yeah,
before him, where Kobe and AI were always going at it, like those were good games, man. But now
yeah.
it's like LeBron got in, and there was the 1 year after Kobe had passed away where they decided, okay, we're going to play hard. That was it. That was it. After that, they didn't care.
I don't think guys want to be bothered with the whole, and like you said, it goes back to their ego. I don't think guys want to be bothered with the whole All-Star weekend. Um, they don't want the cameras in their faces 24/7, even though that's what half of them live for. They don't want to actually play basketball in a meaningless game. So to me, I don't even know what you do
I think they made a
because
good change. I think it was
but
positive.
it was you but the whole thing was USA versus the world. It ended up being USA versus USA. They
I
did
think
and don't
I
give me
think
the
it was in a
try thing.
positive
Because
direction.
three or four guys tried the entire All-Star game. Three or four.
Did it
Aside
get
from
better?
inside the
Is it
final
better?
two
Is
minutes.
it better?
No. No,
It's not
it's
better in
still
your
not
eyes than
fun
what
to it's no, it's still not fun to watch.
is it better than what it was? Is was this year's game better than last year's game?
They're gonna change it. And no, it wasn't. It was the same thing to me,
So
dude.
you're
It was
saying you're
fun seeing Wembanyama play and try. But
I
nobody else
enjoyed it.
tried. No one else tried aside from inside of 2 minutes.
I
That's
enjoyed it
it. That's
because
it.
it wasn't like when Kawhi was going on the run that he went on in the one game, like guys were guarding him. It wasn't like they were just like free walking him to the basket. Like guys were guarding him. He was making shots.
There was a bunch of offensive possessions where the other team is standing there,
I'm just
letting
saying
them drive the lane, letting them
for
shoot. Like
I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it was great, but it's ignorant to say that it wasn't better than the year before. It was better
I
than the
didn't
year
think it was
before.
any. I just didn't think it was anything special. I
It doesn't have to be. It's not a special event. We
But
know it's not great.
this moves into my next point. If you're charging this much money for people to go and watch the best of the best, they better fucking try. And it better be a great game. And it's not. It's terrible. The
But
whole
but
thing is bad.
but again, it goes back to the LeBron point. People pay to see LeBron all the time, and he sits out because he drinks wine and cookies. Drinks
Again,
wine and eats
yeah, that's
cookies.
another issue. That's another issue with the
Guys
NBA.
sit out all
There's
the
too many
time. I'm
games. Yeah,
not.
there's too many
I
games. There's too
wouldn't.
many games.
I would tell fans don't invest in the All Star game. It's not an experience. Like, listen, I think the whole thing has kind of gone downhill. Like I remember as a kid, I used to like kind of like the celebrity game because like I thought the Kevin Hart bit was always funny, and like I
I don't
thought
even
this
know
year
who
was
half the people are.
well, that's the problem. But it used to be like I would know who the people were. I think Shams playing this year and Giannis being like, I'm not playing Shams. I'm gonna like I thought that was pretty funny. Um, but like I used to actually
He
watch All
slapped the
Star
fuck
Weekend,
out of him
man.
too.
I used to like watch All Star Weekend,
Yeah, it used to be
but now
fun.
it's just like, nah. But
It's a
like
waste of time. It seems
outside
like,
of outside of
go look at the Pro
baseball,
Bowl too. Look at the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl was on a Tuesday afternoon.
yeah, the Pro Bowl. We're not. I don't
Nobody
even
even
have the time of day
watched.
to get into the Pro
Nobody
Bowl.
even watched.
The Pro Bowl has nothing going for it that is in a positive direction. But like the NHL has pivoted to like the Four Nations is awesome, but it's not
It's
even
great.
like really. It's not even really like an all-star game because all your league's best players are Canada and US. Somebody that was probably deserved to make an all-star team probably doesn't end up at that event because there's just like a lot of guys are from Canada and the US. So, there's going to be guys that probably should have been all-stars that don't make it. The MLB by far does the best job, but again with the MLB like how much can you just like rein back what you do, you know?
Well, I think the MLB does it perfect because it's simple. They
It
do they
it it
do they do the home run derby and
they
they
do a
do the
celebrity game
all-star and they
and
do
they
a
do a
celebrity
celebrity
game
game.
and then do an all-star game. Like
Yeah,
it's great.
I
And
agree.
the extra innings rule for the all-star game this year was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was
Awesome.
awesome because it ended the event much quicker. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
But like, what I'm saying about the MLB is, first of all, they have the worst rule of like somebody from every team has to make it, which is terrible. Because there's some teams that suck
There's
and
some
shouldn't
team that shouldn't,
that
yeah, like
shouldn't
the
make it.
Rockies or something like that.
But
Yeah.
like, I'm not just trying to. Listen, people tell me I'm a baseball hater, which I partially in a way am. But like, there's not much you can like pull back in baseball. Like pick up basketball, like a lot of times when we play pickup basketball, it's like an all-star game until like the final point. And then we actually like, oh, I want to win to stay on. But like, how
Yeah.
many possessions in pickup basketball do you not cross half court?
There's quite a few because I can't breathe, you
Yeah,
know.
you don't
But
cross half court.
like
Like it's
I don't
not
cross half court.
you.
But at the same time, it's much more competitive.
Yeah, but like
Like,
you can in my point being is in basketball you can like you can reel it in a little bit. You don't have to go 110%. In baseball like if you're not going and kind of giving it your all, it's just going to be like you're going to get out. So you
yeah.
kind of have to give it everything you got,
Hmm.
which is why like and people say like about the All-Star game, I don't usually tune into the MLB All-Star game. I don't know if you do.
I
Um
do. I watch it every year, the home
I
run
watch.
derby.
I'm a big home run derby fan. I love the home run derby, but I usually don't watch the All Star game. But the All Star game is like people will be like, oh well, to get to see Skeens versus Otani is like super cool. Or I guess it's not even a matchup. Well, I guess when he was in the AL it was. But people are like, these dream pitcher. But like
Yeah.
they probably
Trout
face
versus
each other.
Otani. Yeah.
They probably face each other during the season. I don't need to tune in for the one time it happens in the All Star game, and then they pull them because they add 4,000 pitchers to the roster, and somebody from the Rockies with a 9.5 ERA is on the team
Yeah,
for
but you're
some
not.
reason.
Yeah, but you're not watching him during the regular season. No
Oh
normal
well, I mean,
sane person
I
is
don't, I don't.
turning on an no normal sane person is turning on an Angels versus Dodgers game.
No,
I mean, I
but
can't remember the last time I sat down and watched a random baseball game.
did the
Like
MLB go
seriously.
back to the no All Star jerseys? Now they just do the teams, like the team just you just wear your team's jersey. I feel like they
Um,
did. I feel like they
yeah,
did
I
do that.
think they did that last season. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. It's a good change. But yeah,
Yeah.
All-Star games overall are just like I don't expect
It's
much.
a money grab. That's really
Yeah.
what it is at the end of the day. And we got lucky with the amount of good All-Star games that we've seen in the past. The NHL one used to be cool. Like where they would do the skills challenge stuff. That used to be really sick. But nobody
Yeah,
cares anymore.
I never
And
used to.
no
I
one
never
wants to
watched
no
it.
one wants to pay the money to see it. Dude, the All-Star game, I was looking at tickets for the All-Star game and the home run derby here. It's unfucking believable. It's insane. It's insane. I don't care who's playing. Jesus Christ himself could be pitching. I'm not paying $700.
Yeah.
Like
I'll
it's
tailgate.
nuts.
I'll tailgate.
I don't even know if I will. I don't want to mob around with Oakland Athletics fans. I don't
It could be
fucking
cool.
care. You
It could be
know,
cool.
like I the World Cup is a different story. That's cool.
Yeah, the World
But
Cup's gonna be awesome.
again, it goes back to the ticket prices. It's too much money. It's just way too much money for these
Yeah.
people.
The World Cup, I'm not surprised it's expensive. It's just like it's a once in a lifetime thing in your country. I could totally see people rushing and you know,
Yeah, but someone
just
shouldn't have to take out a mortgage to watch Senegal versus Germany.
I think if you're doing that, then you're an idiot. But
No, but
if you have the money,
people do that. Like it's insane.
yeah. I mean, it's your opportunity to see your team because you don't live in the country, not in the country that you should be in.
All right, listen, if you
Or
have the
not
money, go
should be
ahead.
in,
But
but if you're not from if you're not in your home country and your home country is coming here to play, you're gonna pay a lot probably if it's your
yeah,
only opportunity to ever see them. But we were talking baseball, kind of our last topic of the day. There's been some Phillies drama. We spoke briefly with Alex last week about the Nick Castellanos situation. He has since signed with the San Diego Padres. I think that kind of came out like right as we were doing the episode. Um, I mean, they're making it a whole like you have the whole deal with Jackson Merrill being like, "We've got a good locker room over here. He's going to be welcomed and loved over here." Like, dude, Nick Castellanos ruined his own relationship in the locker room. It's not the other way around.
yeah, that had
It's
no one.
not
It had
like
nothing to do with
it's
everybody
not like
else.
they it's not like, It's not like the Phillies iced him out. Like
No,
Nick Castellanos did this to himself. It seems like he was a pretty shitty teammate. Bringing a beer into the dugout in the middle of a game because you get pulled for something that you're not even good at. Like it's ridiculous. Uh, then you have the
it's just
comments.
childish behavior. It's just childish behavior.
You have the comments with Dombrowski and Harper. And listen, I think Bryce Harper's a little bit performative.
He's
You know,
incredibly performative. He
he,
puts
he
himself
makes he
before
makes
he
a lot of
puts the
comments.
team.
He goes on bussing with the boys. He makes banana bread on TikTok. He just does a lot of stuff. Um, I don't like Dave Dombrowski either. I think Dave Dombrowski's interviews are pretty shitty. You know,
Yeah,
the
but
Reese Hoskins.
it was a problem with the Bryce thing where he went on bussing with the boys. And Russ Joy made a good point. Who we're trying to get on the podcast.
Well,
Please, Russ, if you're
he
listening,
actually, yeah. Please, you ghosted
please,
my
Russ,
DM, but
please, Russ, if you're listening, come on the show. We would love
yeah.
to have you. But he made a very good point. He's like, it is crazy and insane that the fan base and himself and myself and you are taking the side of Dave Dombrowski in regards to the
Oh,
Harper
I'm not.
comments.
I don't fuck
I
with Dave
am.
Dombrowski. I don't fuck with
I
Dave
am.
Dombrowski.
Because there was no reason. He's Bryce Harper went on busting with the boys and was like, "Oh, well, there's a whole story coming out about all the comments." There was no story. There was a story in October, and then you came out in December and wore a not elite shirt, and then you brought it up again on this podcast. So
No,
there
no,
was
no.
no
He brought it up.
story.
He brought it up. He brought it up at a spring training interview. There was a spring
Well, it came
training
up.
interview he
So
did.
then it came
Yeah.
up 3 times.
I, I don't know if it was on. I didn't watch the Bussin' with the Boys interview. I was on the Bussin' with the Boys like TikTok account and was looking at
I
clips
watched part of the interview. I
And
mean,
listen, Harper he sang the praises of Philadelphia. I mean, he was saying he wishes he was a Philly his whole career. He's like he loves the fan base. He loves playing here, and I think all of that is true. My thing with Dombrowski is Dombrowski wants to like bring everyone down a peg. Like, I've done all this. I've won championships. A lot of the guys that we have on this team haven't done jack squat, whatever. Dude, you won and you've basically sucked since you've got here.
yeah. Well,
You've
he's
taken
an
a
old
team,
school GM, and it
you
doesn't
you
work
built a
anymore.
team, you built a team into a contender. They got to contender status and then you have steadily knocked them down.
Like
So,
I call it Tortorella syndrome. It's the same. It's the same deal with what happened to John Tortorella. The old school way of doing things does not work anymore. Fourth highest amount of money, or third highest amount of money in baseball. He refuses to spend. If I was the fucking GM of the Phillies, dude, I would be splurging, splurging.
He like he wants to believe in the prospects that they have. He wants to do all fine, dude. Do whatever you want. But just stop making comments about we believe in this. We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
we think addition by subtraction. We think getting this guy back from injury is a big deal. Man, like everybody in this city wants to see you use what you have and you
He's
don't
not.
do it. And then you
Yeah,
come out and you give these shitty interviews, and Rob Thompson's basically just is like piglet and just agrees with whatever he says. And you know me, I hate Rob Thompson. So it just it feels like this
I
season
just can't hate the manager because the manager only does so much.
it just does it not feel like to you this season could go awry?
Uh, no, because I think where the Braves are at, they're already hurt before the season even starts. I think the Mets' lack
Is
of
that true?
pitching
I
is
mean, when they lost Schwellenbach, that's all I know that the Braves lost.
I think the Mets' lack of pitching is, another facet of winning the division.
But like
So
you said,
no, I don't think the season's going to go awry. I think we could win the division. It won't matter, as I've stated
but
time
like
and time again.
when I say win the division, like are they winning the division like they have in years past, where like they're the two seed in the playoffs, or are they winning the division and they're like the worst record division winner? Like
No, I don't think it's going to be like that.
I think that the Phil
I think
maybe
they'll
the
win
NL
96.
East.
I think they'll win 96 games again.
You think they'll win that many games?
I think they can. I
Who do
think they
you
will. I don't think it'll matter. I think they will.
I
I
mean
think they
like
can be above a 90 win team. 94 win, 93 wins.
yeah, I don't know,
They
man.
can. They've done it. They've done it before with
They,
basically the
they
same roster.
they've done it, but like it feels like
I'm
other
not
teams
saying it's not
got.
going to matter.
I just think that the way that it
Or you know
goes
what
in
I mean. I don't think
sports,
it's going to matter, but
the way that it goes in sports, and listen, some teams have like the dynasty peg where they kind of get worse, but they're still competing at a high level, and they might squeak out championships when they're not supposed to. I feel like the trend in most sports is that if you keep bringing back the same team that can't win, it just kind of gets worse. Doesn't really get better.
maybe it
That's
does.
my
I mean,
sense.
maybe it might not
And
happen this
I'm
year. It
not
might
listen.
happen next year.
I'm not rooting for them to be bad. I just think that the season could go. I could see there being some just there's like a I get it kind of a bad vibe around the team.
I think it's just going to be the same as last season, and we're going to see the same outcome. They're just not going to hit. I think we made a good point last episode. I believe that they are a team that has to come out of the wild card if they want to see success in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
I would agree with that.
They cannot afford the buy. So maybe not winning the division is best. Um,
And I think that's definitely possible that they don't win the division. I think the
yeah,
Mets
it
are going to be
is,
good.
and maybe they'll play better, and maybe they'll play better come playoff time. But I know what you mean by a certain vibe going into the season. I just don't care as much as I have in years past.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I cannot keep doing this every year where I get excited and optimistic about a season. And listen, I go through phases, you know, like throughout the season with all my teams, except the Eagles because they play once a week and, you know, they're a good enough team to where I fully believe they'll be
I
back in
would
the Super
watch
Bowl at
anyway,
some
even
point.
if they
Yeah,
sucked, I would watch
exactly.
every week.
Exactly. But I go through this with every team where it's like at the beginning of the season, I'll either be overly optimistic and my fucking soul will be crushed underneath a terrible loss in the playoffs or just a bad season overall. I remember last year before the Sixers even started, I was really excited. Boom, stopped watching after fucking December. And
Mhm.
then with this Phillies team, it's the same. It's just getting worse every year. You went from the World Series to losing in the NLCS at home, giving up 2 games. Then you lose to the Mets. And then this year you lose to the Dodgers. And the top three people in your lineup couldn't fucking hit. They could not hit. And on top of it, there were some bad managerial decisions. I think walking Otani was stupid. The guy was 1 for 18 the entire series. And we'll have friends who disagree, like, oh, it's Otani, blah, 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 blah.
It's your
It's
baseball. It's your
it's
It's
the best
baseball.
closer. It's the best closer in baseball versus the best hitter in baseball who was 1 for 18 the entire series. You fucking pitch to the guy. You don't walk him.
I
And
agree.
then you bring up Mookie Betts. Like, dude, come on. Mookie Betts was having a great series. So I don't know. It was just dumb. And I guess going into the season, I don't I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what
Yeah,
happens this year. I
I'm
don't. They
not.
make the playoffs, I'll be
Again, I say
happy.
this every.
I'm not watching it. I'm not if it's 85 and sunny outside and they're playing at 1 p.m., I'm not turning on the game.
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm not.
it's just like
I'm
it.
not. If I'm
Yeah,
at a restaurant and it's on, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna have it on my home screen on fucking real. I'm not watching the game.
yeah,
It's just not happening. I'm not gonna do it.
yeah.
I'm not.
A last question, and we
I say that
discussed
now I'm
this.
lying because I know I'm gonna end up watching, but
I
it's
won't.
just aggravating.
I stick to my word. Usually, I stick to my. I mean, I might be sitting on the couch and my parents will turn it on, but trust me, I'm scrolling TikTok. I'm watching
It's a
Cash Grabber
background sport
9000.
anyways. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's a background sport. It's a background
uh,
sport.
but looking like think 3 years in ahead, 3 years in the future. How many management teams with the Flyers you have Keith Jones and Danny Briere, with the Phillies you have Dombrowski, Preston
Middleton.
Mattingly, Middleton,
Yeah.
the Sixers you have Morey and Brand, the Eagles Roseman, Laurie.
Well, the Flyers, it's Comcast.
Yeah, well, whatever it is.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many in 3 years, how many of those teams, pairings, how many of those are still in the positions they're in?
So are we saying they're all gone or like one or the other's gone? Like as
Like
part of the duo. It's like
thinking
Middleton, and I mean Middleton's not going
like
anywhere.
Laurie's not Laurie. Roseman's going to be here too, but
Yeah.
Laurie's not go. Laurie wouldn't be going anywhere.
No.
But like I'm saying, from kind of excluding the Eagles because we don't even need to discuss it. It's not that grouping is going to be here, barring the Eagles win again and Roseman's like I'm retiring. That would be
So
like my
I would say between the Phillies, Flyers, and Sixers, I think you're going to see Dombrowski going first,
yep.
without a doubt.
Uh
Yeah. I don't think with the Flyers, I don't think
I
I
what about Maury? Maury and Brand.
again
I think
again
Maury and Brand.
I think Maury has done I think Maury has had some very, very questionable decisions. I think in his press conference he's not good, but I also think he's done some
Was a
very
weird
good
dude. He's a
things.
weird dude. You remember the whole crumble cookie thing with like Tobias
Yeah, that
Harris?
was
He's a
weird.
weird dude.
Yeah, well, I spoke to him in a Five Guys. He's actually a very nice guy.
No, he's there's listen,
Yeah.
there's weird dudes that are nice guys.
And he wears big suits. He
You know,
wears wacky suits.
he was like
But
talking to
no,
the fans last night in New
yeah.
Orleans. Like he's a good dude, but he's a
Back to
little
your
bit of a
question.
weirdo.
I don't think Jonesy and Briere are gone within the next 2 years, 3 years. I think they're going to give them enough time to, try and put this puzzle back together.
Does that worry you though a little bit?
No, I think you didn't have a choice with the Cutter go TA thing.
I'm not even
Um,
talking about that. I feel like they listen. I think Martone is going to be good, and granted, I don't. I say this every week we talk about hockey. I don't know that much hockey. I kind of read what I see, so I know the players, but I don't know what they do well or from an evaluating standpoint. I think Martone can be a good player. I think he's having a good year in college.
mhm.
I don't think Luchenko is going to amount to anything.
Uh, I mean, like I said, well, Martone's having a really good year
Yeah,
at
but they have
Michigan State, and
Martone.
he played really well in the Junior Classic, whatever.
They have Martone. They have the other guy who's from like Sweden or something that they
Nesbitt.
drafted in like no, they have him, but then they have another guy who did good at the Junior Classic thing as well. And then they have Nesbitt, which a
Yeah.
lot of people don't like the Nesbitt pick.
No, well, because it's one of those picks that where like your Mel Kipers of the NHL. I don't know what any of the draft specialist names are,
No,
but it seems to be every year
I used to know one.
The Flyers do the exact opposite of what these draft specialists tell them to do. And
They're trying to
they
find yeah,
they're trying to find a diamond in the rough is essentially what they're
but
trying to
me and
do.
my dad and I were talking because we were talking just hockey in general this morning as to like why we don't watch that much of it, and it's like for years the Flyers have been telling us like okay we're gonna be good now, we're gonna be good now. The Flyers developmental program has been like bad for
It's
forever,
horrible.
and they
It's
always are
horrible
drafting
because
guys
they're
that are
in
like okay
Voorhees, New Jersey.
we're gonna develop, we're gonna develop, we're gonna develop, and they don't. The Flyers really haven't been a hub for free agents, so.
No, because no,
I agree
again,
with you. I agree with you. I think that they're going to give Keith Jones and Danny Briere a window, but it worries me because I haven't been necessarily encouraged with what they've done so far.
well, this season has been an utter collapse, and not just in the losing column, in the winning column. It's been bad with this whole Mitchkov thing. I think
Yeah.
the way Talkit, and I get it, frustration mounts if you're a head coach and you're getting the same question every week about Matvey Mitchkov and is he in shape and is he not. You're obviously going to snap on a podcast, and I shouldn't say snap because that's a harsh word to use. You're obviously going to just end up telling the truth and tell it like it is and be like, yeah, he came in out of shape. That's what it is. He's not in shape. He's not playing well. Call it a sophomore slump. Call him whatever. He's been bad. So as a head coach, or excuse me, as a fan, you watching the head coach saying that is not good. And then he proceeded to come out and said, guys are late to meetings. They're late to treatment. Some guys are late to practice. You don't want to hear that.
But
So obviously, if you're,
that's what happens when all these guys that even the ones that have been here, it's just been a losing culture for
yeah,
so
well,
long. It's a
I think Konechny wants out pretty soon.
losing
Um,
team. It's a losing team.
yeah,
But I
it's
agree
a
with you
losing
that
franchise. It's a losing franchise.
yeah I think that they will give them a chance. I think and then like we kind of said, I think Dombrowski will be gone pretty soon,
Next
and
year.
I think Maury maybe has kind of a little bit of a window, but I don't think it's long. I don't think it's long.
Uh,
We didn't
I
give
don't
I
know.
said 3 years. I said 3 years. If you extended that to five, I think you're definitely saying Maury's gone in 5 years.
I think the main thing is any of these guys could be gone at the drop of a hat if one more thing goes wrong.
Yeah, they're on thin ice. They're on thin
All of
ice.
them are on all of, it's just all bad.
Yeah,
It's
but
all
like we're
bad.
sitting here saying like we said it on
But
last
I'm
week with that.
comparing the three. I think some will be here longer than others, but
We said last week with Alex, like the outside of the Phillies, it might not look great, but the roster's still talented. And if things go right, like the Dodgers, we saw last year, the Dodgers are beatable. They went to 7 games.
no,
Things go right, the Phillies win. Now Dombrowski's here for maybe
ever.
7 years. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Who
So
knows? If the Flyers continue to win up
if
until the
Joel,
All-Star break, yeah.
if Maxey gets back into his first 20 game form, and Joel's playing how he was playing, the Sixers go to the Eastern Conference Finals or the finals. Morey's probably here another 5, 7 years. So
Yes.
it's very interesting to think about. Yeah, that's all
It's
I
just
have.
annoying
It's
because
gonna it's gonna wrap for me.
it's just a complete shitstorm
Yeah, I love them
of
though.
news every week with this city,
Yeah, I love it though. Wouldn't want to
especially the Sixers. Yeah, I wouldn't trade anything for it.
wouldn't want to root for anything anybody else.
Although I am a closeted Spurs fan. I just want
That's
to put
fine.
that out there. I'm a closeted Spurs fan. I'm a big Wemby fan.
Yeah, I like the Spurs too.
But
It's
like
easy to root for them.
again, you can just look at the Sixers. Look at all of it. You couldn't think of this stuff to happen to the Sixers. Zaire Smith, peanut allergy or whatever the
Okay,
fuck
okay.
it
Don't even
was.
start with that. Don't even start
I'm
there.
just going down the list. I'm just going down the list.
No, no, no.
Ben
But you're
Simmons,
starting.
you're
You're
no,
starting
I'm
too
just
late. You're
no, it
starting too
doesn't matter.
late.
Okay, so I'll start earlier. I'll go all the way back to right after 2012. Um, hmm. Let's think here.
No, no. Let me handle this. You trade Drew Holiday for Nerlens Noel, a guy who literally snapped his leg in college. So they trade Drew Holiday for Nerlens Noel, who was coming off of a broken leg. Then Hinkie gets removed. The NBA has to
Yeah.
come in and remove
Then the
our
Colangelo
GM,
thing.
and then the NBA appoints
Jerry
a
Colangelo,
Jerry
a
Colangelo
Twitter
and
warrior.
Brian Colangelo to run the team. Then you have Embiid not play for 2 years. You draft Jahlil Okafor, who's like beating the shit out of people on the streets, driving 115 miles per hour on the freeway. Just overall a horrible, not a good person. So they draft
No,
him. Then um even before that, you have the Andrew Bynum signing. That was
didn't even
bad.
fucking play. Didn't even dress. Didn't even
You have,
dress. All right, now it's starting to stick. It's not
I
good.
mean, like you said, Zaire Smith. You have Markel Fultz. I mean, they traded Mikal Bridges for Zaire Smith on draft night.
The
You
Ben
have
Simmons thing.
you have the Ben Simmons drama. You have the James Harden drama. You have the Tobias Harris signing over Jimmy Butler. You have the Al Horford signing, which was awful.
With his sister
Yeah,
along with
like
it.
oh my gosh. You have the Kelly Oubre bike incident. It's just bad. It's just bad. I mean,
It's
there's
like a
probably more.
fucking
There's
play.
probably more.
It's a really
Shit.
bad
You have
play
the.
where the
I mean,
director is sitting on the side of the stage with his hands in his head and he's like, where did it fucking go wrong?
and you have the. I mean, you have the campaign Terry Johnson thing. That didn't happen
Now,
when he was here. But
who do you believe is more of a losing franchise? The Flyers or the Sixers?
uh,
What smells loser more?
the
Smells like
Sixers.
loser more.
The Sixers.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because the
I
Fly, like,
really don't know.
if you're just bad, it's just like okay, you're bad. The Sixers are like. It's not even talked about enough in the national eye. Of
They are the
like,
worst run
this
organization.
is like the stuff we just named
Oh,
is
we
like
forgot one. Josh Harris is on the Epstein list.
oh yeah. Yeah.
That's another one. That's
The
another
stuff
one.
the stuff we named is like unheard. Like it's unfathomable that it would happen. Two of those things would happen. The fact that we listed like 15 things and have all happened to the same team. The Flyers have been like they've just been bad.
They
Like
just stink. They're just
it's not like
bad.
wacky stuff is happening. It's just like they're just not good.
They haven't even made the playoffs
And like
in 6 years.
also though like the Phillies went through a stretch in time where like they were pretty shitty too. They were pretty
Yeah.
shitty.
I mean, it happens to every franchise. You go through these losing spells. But okay, think back. The Sixers haven't won since what, 86, 85, or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
83.
something.
The
Something in
Flyers
in the
haven't
80s.
won since 74.
Yeah. Yeah,
1974. They
it
haven't
ain't
fucking
good.
won.
It ain't
50
good.
years about.
It ain't good, but they're just bad. The Sixers are just dysfunctional.
They're horribly managed.
Listen,
Horribly.
we are
Horribly.
so grateful. We should be so grateful that we have the Eagles. Like
Oh yeah.
we overreact to AJ Brown, which like all receivers are divas. They're all divas. They all say
He's the
stupid
worst.
shit.
Yeah, but he is the worst of
I
them
don't.
all.
I'm just saying, like
He is the
they
worst
all
of them
say and
all.
do stupid shit. We think that's a big deal. Look at what goes on. Just they're all in the same little parking lot. Look at the other stadium and think, oh damn, could be a lot worse. It
Yeah.
could be way worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh gosh, AJ Brown's complaining again. Oh shit, we only won a championship a year ago. Oh, no,
Well, I don't think that's a
look
way.
over there.
I don't think that's a way of looking at it. I don't think you should compare Bravo. But yes, I know what you mean. It's bad.
No, I'm
It
just
could be
saying,
worse.
like if you're sitting at the Eagles game and you're like Eagles 49ers and you're like shit, Eagles lose. AJ Brown, such a problem. All you got to do is go up to the little wind turbines that go on the thing and look over at the Xfinity Mobile Arena and be like,
Yeah.
what goes on over there? Ah,
Yeah.
ah.
You walk out of the southwest entrance of the Eagle Stadium. You see or no, the north no, you walk out of the northeast entrance of Lincoln Financial Field. You're greeted by Citizens Bank Park.
What
That
about this?
screams loser.
Like you want to hear something else? This doesn't get brought up by anybody. Like Joel Embiid's first ever or their best chance to win a title. They're playing the Brooklyn Nets in game 1. Joel Embiid is on a cell phone on the bench.
Yeah.
Like it's even like little moments. The team is just it's unbelievable. I could write a book. You could write a full
Yeah.
book on just like you could write
It's
a
a
children's
comedy
book of like
movie. It's a comedy
this
movie.
happened and this like
Yeah.
it's
It's a
pretty
comedy movie.
yeah, it's unbelievable the stuff that's happened. So I would say the Sixers. I think the Flyers are just bad. I think the Sixers
They're
are
just
something
sorry.
else.
They're just sorry.
Yeah, they
They're
suck.
sorry. And
They
the
suck.
media doesn't help either.
No.
No.
They just kind of get lost in the wash of it all. Like because at the end of the day, like something happens with the Flyers, it's like Rick Tocchet said something about Mitchkov and they're talking about it, and then you get a tweet on your phone. It's like, huh, AJ Brown just posted a picture of himself taking a shit. Holy shit, hey, AJ Brown,
AJ
AJ Brown.
Brown, AJ Brown, AJ Brown.
They don't give a
Yeah.
shit about the
Yeah.
Flyers.
That's another
So
problem. Well, again, it goes back to it, and both stations are guilty of. They don't talk about the Flyers unless they're winning, which I don't think that's a way of handling
because it's
anything.
not. I mean, but are they smart? Like, is that what people want to hear?
I think a decent amount of fans want to hear about their hockey team. I know myself, I'm tired of hearing about this whole AJ Brown thing. Like he went
Yeah,
on the thing with Julian Edelman and Rob Gronkowski.
it's just now like it
That
gets to
what
the
that
point
didn't bother. It was annoying. It was weird. I thought it was
we
strange,
say
but
and we go back to the well on this show. We go back to the well a lot, but stuff becomes relevant again. Like I didn't have a problem with what was going on. Like listen, AJ Brown hasn't said ill word of Mike Vrabel. I'm sure he loves Mike Vrabel. Why wouldn't he say that he's rooting for the Patriots? Like
yeah,
that's his former like there's nothing wrong with that. Stop trying to
no,
make something that's not
yeah,
there. Like that but then, AJ Brown says something and then Saquon goes on a show and now they're asking Saquon about it. And
yeah,
like this is why I love our quarterback. You basically don't he posts like 3 workout videos over the offseason. And that's all you hear or get from him. That he's working out. He did a little collab with Jordan. Like he was at the Super
yeah.
Bowl. Like
He goes
you
back to
don't
Texas in the
he
offseason.
doesn't
Yeah,
do anything that's like you got to talk about it. He just like lives his life, man.
and they still want to draft a quarterback. They still want to run him out of the city,
No, bro.
which is fucking ridiculous. It makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. That I continue to listen.
No, it's piling up out there. Gosh. All right, man. Well, that
Yeah.
is episode 13 of Backyard Brawl. The U.S. gold medal. Feels good. Do you have class tomorrow? You got
No, my
class tomorrow?
classes are canceled.
Are
Everything's
you
canceled.
are
Well,
you
it's
remote?
asynchronous, but I
Yeah,
don't. Yeah, it's remote, but I don't
that's what
think
I am.
this. My professor's not gonna. He doesn't. He's not gonna.
Yeah. I'm always
And if he
on
does,
one,
I'm not
so
joining. So
I gotta do
I mean,
school
it's not
tomorrow. But
sticking that much where I'm at though. I don't think it's warm enough or cold enough.
yeah, it's just
I'm just so fucking done with it, dude.
yeah, I needed to get warm. It actually was like decent, like maybe because it was so cold, but it got to like 40s this week, and it was like if you were outside, it felt decent.
Felt like spring.
Yeah, it felt
There was
decent.
a time it was literally 30 degrees after that long stretch of it being like -4. It felt like
Hmm.
spring.
Yeah, I
Literally
mean,
felt like
take
spring.
take what you can get, but it finally melted, and now we're getting hit again. It's just not good. But
I
stay
don't I
safe,
don't think it's gonna be
everybody.
as much as they think though.
Oh, well, I've saw some that's like 1 in 10 chance you get 22 to 40, but
Yeah.
it's I think a foot. We're gonna get a foot.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not, but
I hope
that
not.
kind of seems likely.
All right.
But
All right.
please like, please comment, please subscribe. I think we're gonna post this one on LinkedIn. We're gonna put our
Yeah.
LinkedIn's in the bio down below. So
Uh-huh.
connect with me. I'm actually out of invites for the week, so I can't invite you on LinkedIn, but you can invite me. I am I'm 42 connections away from 500.
You're so
Obviously,
sorry.
we know the 500 plus is a big aura gain, so you got to get me
Don't
to
make me pull it up. Don't make me
500
pull line
connections
up.
on LinkedIn. But yeah, connect with us on LinkedIn, new social media form. Peace.
Before we go. Well, what's like the insight on the outfit here? Give us an insight. Were you going for like a shit color,
Outfit. All right, so
you
this is
know?
Eric Emanuel. This is actually an expensive brand. Probably costs about the same as your whole t-shirt wardrobe right here.
Okay.
I actually have a black uh, tank top on. That's what they're called. Okay, don't we don't use the other term. It's tank top.
Beater.
Um, I have the Star of David Phillies hat. This is from the last time the All Star game was here. I was actually there. If you didn't know, I was there. Um, then we have the blue light glasses. I got two pairs of these for $5. TikTok shop. Subscribe to Big Baller Hayden on TikTok. And then gray sweats
So
and
what were you going for? To
Calvin
look like
Klein Calvin
shit.
Klein underwears. So yeah, that's my fit. How about that Flyers quarter zip that you got? How about that?
Okay. That's enough of the episode for today.
Episode 13. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.